Well, hello everybody and happy Tuesday. It is Tuesday, April 29th, 2025. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I know it's a couple minutes early. I don't know. I just don't understand why it's doing this lately, but every time I get ready to go, I say, okay, I'm going to go ahead and try it again. It always starts early now. So, and I never know till I hit that button for next, and then it just starts. So I gotta catch up because I can't do my thing till I actually go get started. So it doesn't give me time anymore. Because usually I like hit next and then I have like 5 minutes to get all my stuff ready and then I hit live. Now it doesn't give me that option anymore. So I don't know what the difference is, but hopefully you guys are coming on and we'll get started in just a second. Let me just get on the channel, on the video, I mean. Hope you guys are having an awesome day. It was a beautiful day here. Actually, it's been beautiful all week long. It was a little bit hot. It got up to 81, I think. Tomorrow's supposed to be almost 90, which is crazy for April. And then hopefully it'll cool off a little bit. So, but it has been absolutely beautiful. A nice breeze and not humid. So nice. I should have mowed the grass today, but I just didn't have the energy. Plus, I had to come up with a great project for tonight's video. So I hope you love this technique. It is so cool. Okay, my computer's not. Oh, there we go. Okay, now I'm on here. Just was spinning in a circle. So hopefully, let me see if I can get this straighter. Okay. Hey, 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 everybody. All right, can you guys hear me okay and see me? And now I see you guys. Okay. All right, we've got a good crowd going already. Hey, Myra. Hey, Therese. Hey, Lynn. Uh-oh, still haven't gotten your catalog. Okay, you definitely should get it. So a lot of people have gotten theirs in the last few days and over the weekend. So hopefully yours is coming any minute. Hey, Vicky. Hey, Marva. Hey, Diana. Hey, Regina. Hey, Brenda. Hey, Sharon. Hey, Patricia. Hey, Beth. Hey, Karen. Hey, Debbie. Hey, Cindy. Hey, Leslie. Hey, Reva. Hey, Cindy. Hey, Carrie. Hey, Nedra. Hey, Paula. Hey, Shirley. Hey, Lauren. Hey, Jeanette. Hey, Marcia. Hey, Deb. Hey, Debbie. Hey, Julie. Hey, Wendy. All right. Oops, everybody's going flying by. Hey, Joan. You're going to watch, but you won't hear anything because you're at the Southern Maryland. Oh, oh, I thought you were eating blue crabs. You're at the baseball game. Maryland Blue Crabs baseball game. Ugh. I thought you were going to say you're at like a blue crab festival eating some crabs. That would be really good. I love crabs. Is there an embossed paper with ink rubbed over the text? Oh, is that an embossed paper? Well, Paula, you're just going to have to wait and find out just a few minutes. Because I'm going to show you how cool it is. Now, I saw this technique from Tina Zink. She's a demonstrator in Canada. And I think she did this about, I don't know, a few months ago maybe. But I was just flipping through videos the other day. And actually, it was yesterday. And I saw this one. I was like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. I got to try it. So I just thought this was the neatest technique. And I wanted to show you guys. So thank you, Tina, for giving me the inspiration for this video. I love it when I find a cool technique to share. And yes, it is embossed paper. So I really wanted to use my favorite embossing folder, which is the layered floral, but that's retiring. So I wanted to use two that are current and not retiring. So just in case that layered floral sold out, I am using one thing that's retiring though, and that's this gold thread, which is my favorite. Of all the ribbons and stuff we have, it's my favorite. And I'm so upset that they're getting rid of it, but I'm going to keep using it. I just ordered a ton of it. I think it is still available, so I'm going to just keep using it until I run out because I love it. So just like shimmer spray. They retired that, and I just keep on using it. So let's see. I'm just reading comments real quick. Hey, Susan. My mother is great. I just talked to her today. And, oh, Deb, at 90 degrees, it is, I'm in Chesapeake. And that's just for tomorrow. I don't know. We're having one really hot day, and then it's supposed to go back to, I think, the 70s, hopefully. But I do have to mow my grass, I think, tomorrow, because I should have done it today. So it's going to be hot. Okay, so I only got one Happy Mail, and it got destroyed, kind of. The envelope was just a mess. So it was all torn up. And this is from Sandra Williams. And the card got torn too. I was really bummed because it's a beautiful card. And this folder right here is the crochet one. And it's so funny because I bought this folder, set it in my embossing folder box, and then all of a sudden I saw it was retiring, and I'm like, where did that come from? I've never seen that. Then I found it in my box. I had it, never even used it, but I love it. And so this got totally torn up. I've never seen one like that ripped up in the mail before, but it's a beautiful card. I love it. So thank you, Sandra. Love that card. All right, and then don't forget, you've got a couple more days to get this card kit in the mail. So this is the card kit for the second half of April. So if you order $100 or more, remember I changed the rewards thing. So with $50 or more, you get a card, handmade card. And if it's $100 or more, you get the card kit and a handmade card. And then everybody who orders $100 or more gets entered into a drawing for a mystery box. So actually, I should say for every $100. So if you order $300, you get 3 entries into the drawing for that. And this is what you need to make the cards today. So I've got the Happy Hibiscus hybrid embossing folder. So that means it's got dies that go with it. So if you want to use the dies, you can cut out these flowers right here. And I did that. And then when I went to put them on the card, it was just covering up too much of the flowers on here. So I decided just to use the words for that one. So, so Happy Hibiscus hybrid embossing folder. So this comes with the dies. So if you get a bundle, this will be part of the bundle, and the dies are part of the bundle. And then also we're using the Damask. Oh, here's the stamp set too. So you get the stamp set, the dies, and the embossing folder all in the bundle. So all that's together. And then we're using the Damask embossing folder also. And this one's not a 3D. This is one of the flatter ones. So you use a different configuration when you're doing it. So all you have to do is look at your embossing machine, and it should have pictures of which one to use though. So this is the Damask. Love it. And I think that's it for now. All right, so let's get started, and let me show you what you need. Let's see. Thank you. I know, so sad it arrived messed up. Let me see. Yeah, we've had some really windy days, but it's been very beautiful. I've been sitting out in the sunshine and working in my yard. I got almost all the mulch put down, and I planted a bunch of flowers, and my yard's looking really good. So I'm going to do a little bit more yard work tomorrow and hopefully get everything else finished, and then I'll be done. Well, not done, but semi-done with the hard part. Okay, so for the background pieces, I just picked some different colors that went with, you know, the color of this. So this is actually crumb cake, pecan pie, and early espresso. And so then I just kind of wanted to just pick some complementary colors that went with it. So I did the pecan pie and the espresso. I also did petal pink and coastal cabana. So those are the 4 colors I used. You can use whatever colors you want. Every card has a vanilla for the inside, 5 1/4 by 4. And then I went ahead and embossed 2 of the hibiscus and 2 of the damask embossing folders. So you need that. And then you need 4 of this punch, which is called, hold on, it's this punch. And it is called To the Point Label Punch. And it's number 164568. I never can remember the name of the punches, so I wrote it in there so you wouldn't forget. So if you want to take a screenshot of that, that's the name of it and the item number. But it's really a pretty punch. And then, so you need 4 of those. I already punched them out. And then these are just 2 scraps that I put behind that punch. So it's like 1 inch by 2 1/4, I think. I just kind of stuck it back there and snipped it, but I think it's 2 1/4. So you need those 2. All right. So take a screenshot of that, and hopefully it all fits in here, and we'll get started. That gold thread does look so good, doesn't it? Especially, I'd love it. And you can just fray it and make it all like thin looking. I love it. And this one is brand new. This one, I forget what it's called. Hold on. It is, this is a pretty one too. It's got the gold thread in it, but it's a really thin mesh ribbon. And it says gold striped mesh ribbon. And if you want some of that, it's 165599. And then we're also using the new, like, I think it's organdy ribbon. Let me look. This one right here. Basic beige classic ribbon. But it's like, I think it's, I don't know. It's really pretty. I love it. It's very shabby chic looking. I love that. Shabby chic. Let me see. Any comments before we start? Nice and warm here. 4 hours north of here. Thanks, Sharon. Yeah, I hope well, I wish they would just keep this gold thread for good. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Hopefully you got a screenshot of all that. First thing we need to do is score our embossed pieces. So what we're doing is using the debossed side. So you're going to be using the side that's sunken in. Instead of the side that's raised, you want the other side. So we're going to be scoring all the backs of these. Okay. Now, when I watched the video of Tina, she had scored all of them every 1/2 inch on all the cards that she did. But I said, I wonder what it would look like if I did it different measurements. So I did this one at every inch. This one I did at 1/2 inch. And this one I did at 3/4 of an inch. So it doesn't really matter, but you need to make sure that when you're scoring it, the side you're scoring is divisible by that number. So like this piece right here is 4 across. So you could do it every 1/2 inch or every inch. You can't do it 3/4 of an inch because it doesn't evenly go into 4. So, but if you do this direction on the 5 1/4 side, you can't do 1/2 inch because it doesn't go into 5 1/4. You would have an extra quarter piece left over. So this one is the one I did 3/4 because 3/4 does go into 5 1/4. So I know for you guys that hate math, that's a little complicated. But so I'm going to show you. So on the Damask one, Damask. I keep saying that wrong. I want to put my accent like on the last half instead of the first half, but it is on the first half. No, I haven't heard from Bill. I think he was he on the last video? I can't remember, but I haven't heard from him. All right, so this one I'm going to do, since this is 4 inches, we can do it at 1, 2, and 3, and it would be 1 inch each one. So I'm going to do 1 inch, 2 inch, and 3 inch. And this is on the back side of it, so not on the popped up side. So we're going to be doing the back. So that's that one. And then I also did every 1/2 inch. So on this one, we're going to do every 1/2 inch. So 1/2. That's always the hard one to get in there. 1 inch, 1 1/2, 2, 2 1/2, 3, and 3 1/2. So they're all exactly the same. All right, so then on the hibiscus one, I did one of them. Now I did these going this way. So this one is every, did I do it every 1/2 inch? Wait a minute. Yeah, I did it every 1/2 inch. Okay, so, oops, wrong side. That was close. Okay, so every 1/2 inch. And you want to press pretty hard. You don't want to rip it or anything, but you want to get a good dent. So we're doing 1/2, 1, 2, 1 1/2, wait a minute, 1/2, 1, 1 1/2, 2, 2 1/2, 3, 3 1/2, 4. Okay, so there's that one. And then the last one, this is the one I did every 3/4 of an inch. So, because 3/4 does go evenly into 5 1/4. So 3/4 of an inch would be here. But you can do them, if you do them all up and down at the 4 inch side, you could do either 1/2 inch or 1 inch. All right, so 3/4, then 3/4 again would be 1 1/2. And then 1 1/2 and 3/4 would be 2 1/4. And then that would be 3. And 3 3/4. Oops. And then 4 1/2. Okay. So you just want to make sure these are all equal, because like if you did it this way and did every 1/2 inch, you'd get to this one and you'd have all 1/2 inches, and then you'd have this little piece left over. So that wouldn't work. So you got to make sure that it's evenly divisible by that amount. Okay, so that's it for the scoring. And if you don't have one of these, it's awesome. It's the Simply Scored from Stampin' Up, and I love that. Let me get some scrap paper. What did we miss? Somebody said we missed something. I want to say turn it over. Oh, yes. I know, I almost did the wrong side. Okay, so now what we're going to do is the back side. We're going to start with crumb cake. And we're just going to go with the stripes, well, the indentions, scored lines. We're just going to lightly go across it like that. So just take it and just lightly go that direction. And I'm just going to go ahead and do them all since I have the ink pad open. So you're going to do every single one the same with the crumb cake. And you're just lightly pressing. You don't want to get too much on there. I don't like having this paper all bulky like that either. Okay, there we go. All right, then I'm going to go to this one. Same thing. So this is the crumb cake. And you can tell I've been using this all day because it's dry now. It was like so juicy this morning. Whoops. And so we're just getting a light coverage on that with the crumb cake. Okay, so that was crumb cake. Then we're going to go to pecan pie. do the same thing. So very lightly, we're going to go dragging it across. Like that. Now you could just leave it like this if you want to. And you get some variation in there depending on where you press just a little bit harder. So there's that one. Whoop! It kind of stuck. I was pulling and it just kind of stopped on me. Uh-oh. All right, that's okay. You can put your words over top of if we mess up like that. Oops, got to go this way. That's funny. Sometimes it just kind of gets stuck when you're doing that. I don't know why. Wow, that took a lot of ink out of it, didn't it? Okay, now we're going to go back over with early espresso. And my early espresso pad is a little bit on the dry side. So this is just going to add some darker spots in there. So it just kind of gives you different shades of brown. So there we go. And you can keep going as long as much as you want. You can make it darker and darker, but I kind of like the medium dark color. So get it a good medium. And if you want to just leave it the pecan pie, you can. If you want to make it even darker pecan pie. This kind of looks like walnut. And then this one. So there you go. Kind of just highlight it where you want to. All right, so there's all of our things. Now, see, when I first was trying it, you could tell my pad was a lot darker, my espresso one. And then these two, this one was mostly pecan pie with just a little bit of espresso, which I really liked. This was a lot of espresso, but my espresso pad is a little bit dry, so it's not showing as much. And if you want more pecan pie, you can go back and add a little bit more. That just gives it more of a reddish undertone. Reddish, kind of orangey. Really like that pecan pie. But you can get those little variations by just pressing it. See right here? That almost looks gray. That's funny. It kind of looks grayish. But you really just can't go wrong. Unless you just smash your ink pad, you just got to keep... There it is, it's stuck again. That's so funny how it does that. Like, you're just going and it just, like, sticks. I don't know why it does that. Okay. All right, so that's good. All right, so that's it for our sponging. So we're done with the sponging. So that's how you get that look, which is really cool. So no two cards will be the same, especially if you do the scoring differently. So that's the difference between the 1/2 inch and the 1 inch. And then here's the difference between, well, I did them 2 different directions. So this one is 1/2 inch up and down, and this one is this direction. This is the 3/4 of an inch. So I don't know, whichever one you like the best, you can do. I like them all. I think they look really cool like that. Okay, so let me see. Y'all have any questions yet? Your scoreboard is still in storage. If your scoreboard is in storage, you can use your paper cutter because it has the scoring blade on there. But I just think the scoring, if you're doing a lot of scoring, I think the other one is that one that I just showed you is easier. So Cindy, I'm glad you figured it out. Isn't that cool? I just think it's so neat. I'm going to try it. Layering those 3 browns. I know the 3 browns together really gives it a cool look. So, love it. All right. So now what we're going to do is just put them together. So that's basically the whole card. And then we want to do our words. So we're going to stamp all the words in pecan pie or pecan for some of you guys. Pecan is the, I guess, southern way of saying it. All right, so I'm going to stamp my words with my pointy thing on the top and the bottom. You could do it that way if you want to, but I like it this way. And this pad has definitely used up some ink, so it's not as dark as it was. I'm going to have to re-ink it. I probably should stamp it in espresso. That one's got a smudge on it. Oh, well. I didn't bring any extra. Okay, so there's all of our words. And I just use the same words for every single one. For the inside, we're going to be doing the hibiscus for the 2 hibiscus cards and the butterfly for the other ones. So I stamped, let me see. That's blue. That's brown. I think I did pecan for everything except the hibiscus one. So let me do this in brown first. So I'm going to take one of these and let me see. These go across. Okay, hibiscus cards go across and the other ones are up and down. So I'm just going to stamp that right there. And the pecan, and then I did one in the blue, Coastal Cabana. So let's do one of those in blue. So this is Coastal Cabana. And this is the inside of the card that we're doing right now. And I think I stuck my finger right there. Okay, so there's that. And then we're done with that one. Then I got the butterfly. And the butterfly, I did both of them in the pecan. And then I also went ahead and stamped the butterflies ahead of time on scrap paper. So I did stamp the butterflies in early espresso. And then I went ahead and colored one just to save some time. So let me color one for you. But I figured I didn't need to color both of them. So let me wipe that off. Okay. All right. So let me put my glasses on so I can see what I'm doing. Susan says only truck drivers have pecans. It's so funny. I've been talking to this guy who, he's a truck driver. And I was telling him I was driving down the road the other day going shopping. And I was driving down our main interstate, which is like the main road. It's 64, which is like a busy highway. And I look over and this kid, like, this is light crumb cake, by the way. This kid, I think I'm going to do the other end. He looked about maybe, I don't know, 20-ish. He pulled his car over to the side of the road and is just peeing. And I'm like, you got to be kidding, because every single exit has fast food places. And I'm like, he could have pulled off any exit. Almost every single mile there's an exit. He could have pulled off and just gone to the bathroom somewhere. But he's standing there peeing and everybody could see it. And I thought, wow. And so anyway, I was talking to this guy and I said, I don't understand that. I said, I could see if you're in the middle of nowhere and you have nowhere to go, you might need to do that. But then if I was in that situation, just had to go so bad and there was no bathroom, I would probably open the front and the back door and kind of hide so no one could see me. You know what I mean? And so I was asking him, I said, do you ever have to do that? Just pull over? And I said, or do you keep like a pecan in your car, in your truck? And he starts laughing. He goes, nope. He said, I'm too old to do that. He said, I'd probably spill it everywhere. He said, when you get older, you can't shoot straight anymore. I started laughing. But it was just funny. He's real country. He lives in North Carolina. And I met him online, but we've just been talking. But he's really a nice guy. But he kind of lives like an hour and a half away, so. Anyway, I just thought that was a funny story because you brought up pecan. Because I always thought that too, that truckers probably just had a, you know, bottle or a can or something, jar in their truck. So they never had to pull over unless they had to go number 2. All right. Oh, I forgot to tell you what color. Okay, so the first one was crumb cake. Then I did light petal pink for most of it. And then this was dark petal pink that I did around the edge. This one is light coastal cabana. No, light calypso coral, sorry. And this one is ruined on the tip, so I got to use the other end. So this one I'm going to color over this and kind of go out a little bit. So I was laying out in the yard yesterday, and you know, in my backyard nobody can really see me because there's fences on both sides, and then I have the water in back of me, so nobody can see me out there unless they actually come in the backyard. Like, my neighbors would really have to struggle, like go out on their back deck and struggle to see me. So when I lay out in the sun, I put on a 2-piece bathing suit because I want to get my stomach tan, just because I like to. So I figured nobody can see me. Yes, I'm overweight, but I don't care because nobody can see me out there. So I'm going to go back with this dark one and kind of go over top of everything. Oops. So all of a sudden I'm laying there and I hear this sound, and I thought it was a bee because these carpenter bees were out there. And it got louder and louder, and I opened my eyes, and it was a drone. And I'm like, what in the world is a drone flying over my house for? And I'm kind of looking at it, and it kind of goes by, and then it goes a couple houses down. Then I hear it coming back, and let me get my little embossing machine. Oh, can't reach it. Okay. So then he comes back, and I'm just sitting there looking at it, and it starts going back over my backyard again. And then all of a sudden it just like stops and hovers over my back deck. And I'm sitting there going, oh my gosh, some pervert is out here watching me. And I'm trying to think who it would be, you know, because most people are probably at work. And so then I was just like, gosh. And then all of a sudden it just kind of went. And then I didn't hear it anymore. So then later on yesterday, my neighbor, Georgia, she's the real sweet one across the street. She texts me. She goes, oh, did you see the neighbors are moving at the end of the court? And I said, oh, I bet that's why there was a drone out taking pictures, you know, like aerial photos. And she goes, yeah. She goes, I was talking to the realtor, and he was out there doing the pictures. And I was like, well, he got a good view of me in my bathing suit. Oops, wrong one. And she starts laughing. I was like, that's kind of a creepy thing to do. But anyway, I looked on there, and they posted the listing today. So there was all the aerial shots of our little court, which was pretty cool looking. And but none of me in my bathing suit, so I guess he just kept that one for himself. like, that's crazy. You know, I just never thought about doing that. But it's always neat to see your house from the sky, though, because it looks so different. All right, so I just put, this is just that Post-it tape. I always use the 1-inch Post-it tape. It's way better than washi tape because washi tape will tear your paper. And Post-it tape is just like Post-it notes. It doesn't rip your paper because it's not super duper sticky. Okay, so here we go. And it just pops right out. Okay, so there's my butterflies. Okay. Okay. Let's see. You tanned for the hot, funny truck driver. Yes. Yeah. What? You pass guys peeing on the street. Oh, gosh. Yeah. That's crazy. I'm reading the comments. Brought the scoring board. What? Dolores, you got to use that score. I use mine all the time. That's so funny. The drone sounds creepy. Yeah, it was creepy. I'm glad it was a guy like doing it for a house, you know, like a realtor guy, but at least I wasn't naked. That's right. Yeah, if I'd have been naked, because literally I probably could lay out there naked, but I wouldn't. But I mean, nobody could see me unless they come in the backyard. So I feel pretty safe back there, but now we got the peeping Tom drone. All right, so for the pecan pie, I did, let me see, I did one of the Damask. Gotta emphasize that. Yeah, I think this one is more pecan pie. All right, so let's put that one on the front. Whoops, got a brand new glue. Will the butterfly punch work on that butterfly? No. Though, you know what? This butterfly I grabbed off the table is actually from Butterfly Sketches or Sketch Butterflies, which is retiring. So I would just use a different butterfly. But this is my favorite butterfly that I use on everything. All right, so glue this down to the front. And see how you can see all the colors in there? I just love that. Love it. See, we'll cover that up where my ink pad got stuck. And then on the inside of this one, I put, you know what? I stamped the butterflies the wrong way. They need to go up and down. Okay, let's do those again. Ding dong me. We need to do them up and down instead of across. Okay, so put them this way for the inside. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, so I'll put one of these in here. Isn't this a fun technique? You can use any embossing folder you want to. I was trying to, she did one, I was telling you guys earlier, in case you tuned in late, I got this technique from Tina Zink, who's a Canadian demonstrator. And she did it with like 6 different embossing folders. So you can check out her video if you want to see a few more. But the one that was really pretty was the fern one. She did one with the fern that was really cool looking. And that retired, I think. Her video is a little bit older though, so it had some of the old embossing folders. It's always hard to get the glue to stick to an embossed piece. Hey, Loretta. Hey, Joan. Are you talking to me? Hello, beautiful. So we had a meeting last night with my upline, and I think I'm gonna put this one on here. and one of the girls was talking about a card she made, and she was showing it to everybody, and I was like, that is a gorgeous card. And she said, well, I saw it on somebody's video. She had copied it from somebody's video. She goes, one of the real popular people. And I said, well, it wasn't me. she started laughing. She goes, no, one of the other popular people. That was funny. And then I was sitting there, we were making the card. Oops, forgot to put the inside in here. We were making cards, and I was sitting there talking to myself, and one of the girls said, are you so used to doing videos and talking like to yourself the whole time that you always talk to yourself? I said, I guess so. I said, I just talk to anybody who will listen, including myself. She was laughing. But we made some really cool stuff. I should have brought it in here to show you guys. But one of the things I'm going to offer as a free gift next time. So I'm not going to, so today I didn't do the new kit. So I'm going to do the new kit on Saturday, even though the first is what, Friday, Thursday? Oh, I forgot to tell you. The first is, Thursday's the first. Okay, so Friday's the 2nd and Saturday's the 3rd. They're having, Stampin' Up's having another special. It's not free shipping, but it's double reward points. So on Friday and Saturday, if you order, you get double points, which means if you order like $50 instead of a $5 reward credit, you'll get $10 reward credit. And if you order like $75, you'll get $15 instead of $7.50. So, let's put this one this way. So it's a good deal. So any order over $20 qualifies, and you get double rewards credit. So I'm going to remind you again on Saturday, but just in case, I won't see you till Saturday. So just remember, write that down, because that's a good deal. So if you order $100, you get a $20 credit. And then you should have gotten, a lot of you guys ordered the other day when we had free shipping and got credits. So you can stack those for future orders. So like if you have a credit, say you have a $20 credit from last time, I wouldn't use it this time because you're going to get double points. So save your credit for when they're not having a sale. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this one. So for this one, I use this piece and then this piece behind it. So I'm going to glue those together. Just put a little bit of glue right in the middle and kind of center that like so. So that just gives it a little pop of color behind it. You don't have to do that, but I thought it was good. We're going to cover this mess right there that I messed up. Made a mistake. We're going to cover that perfectly right there and use some dimensionals. You can always hide your mistakes. Don't forget. So don't panic when you mess up. There's always a way to fix it. And that is going to fix that right there. Now you can't even tell. There we go. All right, and then I already went ahead and did my gold bow. Oh, not that one, though. I did one for another card. Okay, so we're going to do a gold bow real quick. I can't read these comments. They're going by so fast. Okay, so this is my bow technique. So you start with your thread here. Wrap it around your top finger. Look how dirty my fingers are. They got ink all over them. And then in and out, and then this one is going to go to the back. So let me do it again. So you start here, wrap it around the top, and then do a figure eight, and then this one goes behind. I'm going to try and do it slow. goes down in that, whoops, hold on, down in this hole right here in the back. Right there. Got fat fingers so you can't see. Down that hole behind that thread. And then bring it back around. And when you bring it back around, you want to make a knot there. I know my fingers are fat in the way. And then pull it real tight. And then take it off your fingers. And then you have a little double bow, like so. And then I want this one just kind of short tails, and we're going to stick it like right there on that corner. So that's a little bow. So get a glue dot and just tack that down right in the corner. Oops. Like so. Should have rolled it up a little bit. There we go. All right, and then I've got a couple gems. Oh shoot, did I bring them? Wait a minute. Here they are. Whew, I thought I forgot them. Okay, so we'll put a couple gems on here. I'm gonna spray them all at the end, I think. That'll be easier. All right, so there's that one, the first one. And try and tuck that under there so you don't see it so much. Okay, there we go. All right, so there's one. And then let's do the other hibiscus. So this one I took the pecan pie, or pecan pie, and we're gonna glue that together. And that's why I love this glue. You can always like maneuver it for a second, a few seconds. Oh yeah. Susan said, make sure, Twyla, thank you. Make sure you give me a thumbs up. Yeah. Because I don't know how many thumbs are on there. I just see 14, which is how many when I turned it on there were. All right, this one, that looks pretty good. So I'm going to put this one on the other side, I think. Put it over here. And for this one, oh, let me see. For this one, I did the gold bow. I did that one already, so that one's here. Let me rip that off. Thank you so much, Twyla. You are so sweet. So sweet. Okay, there we go. And then put a couple more gems on there. So this time I did 2 more of these. I love these gems. These are the adhesive back texture dots. There's also the something motif, the new ones that are very similar to this one, but they're heavier and they're a little bit bigger, but they're like pretty floral motif or something like that. That just came out. So there's that one. So there's 2. And then this one, the dark one, I did the beige ribbon. And I did just put this down flat. Because really, the background is what you want to see the most of. So, and I didn't mess up this one anywhere, so we can put this anywhere. We'll put it right in the middle. And you can just line up those points with your lines right there. So this will go right at the bottom. And fluff your bow up like so. And then this one I put a big one and a little one. Doesn't really matter, whatever you like. There's a big one and a little one. Cute. I love these I love these. They're so pretty. All right, so, oh, butterfly. Let's get a butterfly. Put that on with dimensionals. All right, well, just one dimensional. And if you want to, you can take your bone folder or scissors and kind of curve the wings just a little bit. So this one I had going off the page like that. There you go. So there's that one. Last one. And this one I did the gold ribbon on there. So we did this one flat again. And I think I'm going to hide that right there because I kind of messed up just a little bit right there. Oops. I want to do it lower though. I got to have room for my butterfly. And then I've got this bow already made ahead of time. I tried to save a little bit of time. Curl that up just a little bit so it doesn't show. Oops, stuck. All right, I got a really, really funny joke today. You're not going to see it coming at all. I was telling jokes the other day at one of our get-togethers, and they were rolling. Okay. And then if you want to curl this, I'm just going to do it with my fingers. There we go. All right, and then this butterfly had go in the other direction, but that's close to the edge. I'm going to have to do it this way again because it's too close to that side. Okay, and then let's put a couple more dots on this one and spray it, and we'll be done. All right, so there we go. And let's spritz that with, my shimmer spray is almost empty. I need to make some more. All right, let me get my scrap paper. Let me go ahead and make some because this is having a hard time squirting because it's so, oops, I already sprayed that one. It's not sprayed because it's almost empty. All right, so what I'm going to do, since this is almost empty, we're just going to make some real quick. So you need alcohol, and you need 70% regular rubbing alcohol, isopropyl alcohol, and just squirt that in there till it's almost full. You want to leave just a little bit of room there, so it's maybe like 3/4 of the way full. You got to have room to shake. And then you're going to add your champagne mist. This one's empty. Let me get my new one. Champagne Mist Shimmer Paint. It's by Sukaniko. I've got the link below the video so you can order it for yourself if you don't have some. Because Stampin' Up! Doesn't sell it anymore. We used to, but then they stopped. And you're just going to pour a little bit in here. Just a little bit, like 1 second. One. There you go. That should be enough. So just count 1. And then you're done. Or it's about, I don't know, 5 or 6 drops. Shake it up. And if it looks really gold and shimmery, then it's probably good. If it doesn't come out shimmery enough, you can always add a teeny bit more, but you don't want to put too much because that'll clog up your sprayer. Much better. Okay, there we go. All right, so let's throw this away. All right, so here's, let me put these away. Here's all of our cards from today. So we've got those two. So one is a 1/2 inch, one is 1 inch scored. So that's the difference between those two. And then this one is scored up and down at 3/4 of an inch. This one is scored 1/2 inch across. And other than that, they're pretty much the same. So I hope you love that technique. Isn't it fun? I think the cards just come out really, really pretty. And you don't really have to do too much else to it. It doesn't need anything else because you don't want to cover up all the hard work you did. Look at the difference between these two. This one has more pecan pie. This one has more of the espresso. So isn't that cool? Love it. All right, let me read some comments real quick before we do the, let me see, the joke. I know I missed a ton of comments. You guys were writing so fast. Oh, Cindy, you tried to do the bow? Let me do it with a bigger ribbon. Maybe you can see it better. I'll do it real fast. Okay, so this is the wider ribbon. It'd probably be easier to see. All right, so you start with it in front of your fingers like this. And then you just wrap it around and do a figure 8. So it goes behind the front and then in front of the, behind the top one and in front of the bottom one. And then you go up again and back. And then after you do that second one on the bottom, you're going to cut it. And cut enough for a tail. All right, so this is the one I just wrapped it around the bottom. And then you have to bring it behind all of this here. You got to bring it behind it. So create a little hole there to put it through. And my fingers are so fat. Oops. And they're sticky too. All right, hold on. I never have this much trouble when I'm doing it by myself. All right, so I don't think I cut it long enough. All right, so then when you bring this piece back around, what you want to do is put it, this piece right here that you wrapped behind, it goes underneath that. So I didn't pull it. I didn't cut enough. Let me start over. I didn't cut enough. All right, let's do this shorter here. All right, above it, start behind it, and then go figure 8, figure 8. This tail goes behind that. And then when you bring it around, it goes, let me make sure it's straight. This piece right here, it goes behind that piece. Because you kind of just want to like tie it in a knot, but that's what you're doing, but it has to go up through the bottom like that. And then you pull it really tight. So make sure both of those are tight. And then just pull it off. So it just takes practice. I just had to practice it about 10 times and then I got it. So then you get a double bow. And you can do a triple bow, however many bows you want. But just remember, it always comes up after the bottom finger is when you go through that loop. So there's a double one. It goes better this way. So there you go. That's kind of a messy one, but it does better with the gold. But you get the idea. So that's a double bow right there. All right. So let me look back at the comments real quick. Let's see. Hey, I answer myself too, Patricia. Yep. You had a housemate once that would go into the bathroom and argue with herself. Now, I don't argue with myself because I'm always right. So if you argue with yourself, that's pretty bad. Let me see. These cards are so pretty. Thank you, Susan. More thumbs up. All right. Oh, 146 people watching. Awesome. Now we got 153. Cool. Those gems arrived all loose in the package. What? I haven't had a problem with that. Okay. Postage and place orders back to work. Thank you, thank you, thank you, everybody. Susan says, I didn't know what I was missing until I made shimmer spray. No card leaves without being sprayed. I know. I love shimmer. And, you know, I lost it today. It took me about an hour, and I finally found it in the bottom of a box. So I was, like, panicking going, where's my shimmer spray? All right, let me pull the joke up for you. This one's really funny. Go get your husbands, because your husbands will love this joke. All right. A pastor asked, this is Sunday at church, so a pastor asked if anyone in the congregation would like to express praise for answered prayers. A lady stood up and walked to the podium. She said, I have a praise. 2 months ago, my husband Tom had a terrible bicycle wreck, and his scrotum was completely crushed. The pain was excruciating, and the doctors didn't know if they could help him. You could hear a muffled gasp from the men in the congregation as they imagined the pain that Tom must have experienced. Tom was unable to hold me or the children, she went on, and every move caused him terrible pain. We prayed and prayed as the doctors performed a delicate operation, and it turned out they were able to piece together the crushed remnants of Tom's scrotum and wrap wire around it to hold it in place. Again, the men in the congregation were unnerved and squirmed uncomfortably as they imagined the horrible surgery performed on Tom. Now, she announced in a quivering voice, thank the Lord, Tom is out of the hospital, and the doctors say that with time, his scrotum should recover completely. All the men sighed with relief. The pastor rose and tentatively asked if anyone else had something to say. A man stood up and walked slowly to the podium. He said, I'm Tom. And the entire congregation held its breath. He said, I just wanted to tell my wife that the word is sternum. I know you didn't see that one coming. Because it was funny already. And then it was talking about his sternum. I thought that was so funny. Okay, don't forget sale Friday and Saturday. Double rewards. And then let me get the cards to give away. So here we go. And last chance for this card kit, because we'll have a new card kit on Saturday. So last chance for these 3 cards in the mail. So don't forget that. And all right, we have 2 that were not claimed last time. What is going on with you guys? So we need to make sure we claim these cards. All right, let me grab one more. We'll have 4 winners tonight. Oh, here we go. One of the ones from the kit the other day. How about that? Okay. Virginia, your husband liked that one, huh? Oh, Becky, that's a good idea. Use tweezers to pull the ribbon through. Okay, Michelle Moore. Michelle Moore. And number 2 is Joan Ballinger. Oops, I dropped one. I'll get 2. Nedra's on here. So I know Joan and Nedra are watching. And last one, Julie Black. I don't see Julie today. All right, there you go. Oh, here's my address. Stampgirl2, my email address, stampgirl2@cox.net to give me your address. And if you want to send a card, there's my address. And here is the addresses for, if anybody's heard from Bill, let me know. Hopefully he's doing okay. Congratulations to all the winners. Yes. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you loved that technique. And check out Tina's video too. She has her website on YouTube is The Serene Stamper. So you can check out her samples also. And hopefully you guys will join me Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern time for another great video and the new card kit. Thank you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share, all that good stuff for me. And, okay, your hubby liked it. All right. Hey, Sarah from Australia. All right. I will see you guys in a few days. Have a great week. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.